Da 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 da. Woo! I graduated. Hi, I'm Lara and this is tropetrinitytrilogy, and I escaped the blistering hell that is college. So to be more specific, I recently graduated from UMBC with a BS in environmental science and a minor in writing. So let me just show you that. Yeah, right here in the commencement thing. I'm free. I don't even know if you saw it, but you know, whatever, who cares. So, what now? Also, I'd like to point out, I got this dog for free at my college because it's a Chesapeake Bay Retriever, our mascot. It even says like that. And then I got this for free on the top of a cake from church for like the graduation cakes everyone got. So, yeah. Now it's a graduate Chesapeake. Also, my aunt got me this little graduation cap ornament this past Christmas. So I was like, well, I guess I can't fail, or at least I could fail for one semester. And then I would still be fine because it would still be 2019. But yeah, didn't want to do that, so I graduated. But anyway, the point is, this past semester, I've been on a reading and writing hiatus, and this last month of this semester, I have also been on a video hiatus. However, I will say there were two videos posted with me in them this past month. So these two videos are part of my collab playlist. However, they are on other people's channels. So the first one is click this when you're ready to quit writing on Writing with A.S. Howell's channel right here. And the other one is Plotting versus Pantsing Tag Original collab with 4 other author tubers, I assume. I don't know the rest of the name actually. On Kat Sperling's book channel. These are both really fun videos to make, and I definitely think you should check them out. But anyway, let's get back to the content that I'll be editing and posting. Since I no longer have heaps of homework to do every day, I plan on putting a new focus on reading, writing, and posting videos, but especially reading and writing. I am actually currently vlogging my first full week out of college as a way to sort of hold myself accountable as I get back into the habit of reading, writing, and filming. And if you like the vlog, maybe I'll make it a regular thing. Anyway, to give a little gist of what's happening, I am currently reading Phoenix by Emily Luke, who is also known as Julian Greystoke, one of my fellow author tubers. So yeah, I am hoping to get back into reading books for fun, just like regular books. So this is actually a novella, but it counts. It's on Goodreads. So I'm currently reading this. As you can see, I'm doing notes. And one of the first things I want to do is read some of my fellow author tuber books. I will say I have a couple series. I want to finish 2. And maybe I'll make videos on them. They are kind of more popular books, so I don't know how many people actually need the videos, but yeah, I'm currently reading this. And I also want to review booktuber books along with author tuber books, and I've recently reserved Again But Better at my library, which they've ordered 6 books and they're coming in, and I'm number 4, so that means I get to be one of the first people to read the book. So that's good. And I've also reserved a classic from the library and also a graphic novel version of that same classic from the library, because I'm thinking about starting a new series based on reading, which it will be called Reading the First, unless I think of a better name for the series. I also want to get more into reading craft books because I really haven't read them outside of school, and even then I usually didn't read them all the way through as much as just little segments that teacher assigned. So I checked out 2 craft books from the library, this one because it's really tiny, and I think that author on the bottom is a Charlotte's Web author. I didn't know that till after I got it, though. My mom said that. And then I got this one because it has a bunch of different people's names on it, so I thought it'd be good to get different opinions. So I'll probably start reading craft books regularly, and maybe I'll do reviews being like, this one's good, this one's terrible, and all that stuff. I also want to start reading books from the same genre at the same time and doing sort of genre discussion videos, and I think that would be really interesting and helpful for me as a writer who writes these genres, and also just interesting for a reader's perspective. Also, another topic for video that I see very underutilized in AuthorTube is that people don't really talk about their profession outside of writing that often, which is a shame because that is something that could really help writers. Now, I will say I have seen Andrew Griffin talk about science in his videos because he's an engineer, and I have seen Julian Greystoke do videos on her personal experiences with specific things such as like sexuality or things she volunteered for, which could also be helpful for a writer. So I won't say this isn't something that people don't do. However, specifically when it comes to specializations, I don't see this that much. Though I don't feel like an expert despite my degree, I did get a Bachelor of Science in Environmental Science. So based on what I learned in one of my classes, textbooks, and videos I watched, I want to do a video series called Writing Natural Disasters. And this would be helpful for people who want to write natural disasters or who don't know what to do when the tide goes back and there's just sand on the beach. You run, go uphill as fast as possible. It's a tsunami. Spoiler. But anyway, so based on my natural hazards class, this book that I got for this class, and different Nova specials I watched for this class that I also might try to watch some afterwards so I can talk more thoroughly on them, and I recommend you watch if you're writing any natural disaster. I want to do a video series where I talk about them in general, and then I want to go into detail about specific natural hazards too, such as earthquake, tsunami, solar flare, plague, and yes, a plague is a natural hazard, and technically natural disaster is not the same thing as a natural hazard, and an earthquake in itself is not a natural disaster. It's when it kills people. That's when it's a disaster. Yeah, that's not going to be a very positive series. But anyway, I am also considering making some fun, more skit-like videos. However, those would be a bit later. I want to get back into the craft and work of writing first. But those would be fun, and those would probably take less research to make than like a book review, which I have to read the book first, or a lot of discussion videos where I'm like, I want to read this book and this book and this book before I actually say this because I think they might be helpful. Might be helpful. So yeah, and don't worry, I'm still going to do trope talks. I do have an idea for one. However, I have a list of 3 books I'm going to read before I do that trope talk. So yeah. Anyway, that's all I have to say for now. I hope you enjoyed this quick little update. And if you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Oh, also, I got this alumni pin for graduating. See, it's a fact. They can't take it away from me. I'm not going back.